Okwuluora was supposed to be in an interview today, Wednesday, June 14, 2023, but something happened. Okwuluora was busy gathering the documents required for this interview. This is an interview he said that he has been asking God to give a success to him since last 10 years. And then if he had succeeded in having this interview, that he would have gained a contract of 50 million naira. One of the airports we have in our country, Nigeria, known as Ibom Air, has made Okwuluora to miss this opportunity of 50 million naira contract. Can you imagine that? Or birthday ki na-eme ka ọ bụkwa na ị chọrọ imerụ mmadụ birthday shout out, kpọtụrụ anyị, o nwere ike echat anyị up. Ọ bụrụ na o nwere advertisement ị chọrọ, any of your products ị chọrọ ime ka ị mara ka ndị mmadụ anyị atụnyere gị, kpọtụrụ anyị, anyị ga-etinyekwu ya na ihe onyonyo anyị na-emegasị. Ihe ọbụla ị chọrọ ime n'aka anyị ka ị wee gbasa ozi gwa ndị mmadụ na ihe ị na-eme, kpọtụrụ anyị ma ọ bụkwanụ echat anyị on WhatsApp 08067841298 08067841298. anyị ga-eme ka ya bụ ihe rute ndị mmadụ aka. Daalụkwa. Okwuluora went to Ibom Air, boarded the plane after the payment. He was there seated in the plane, but he discovered that other passengers were complaining that the AC of the plane were not working. How can you have your passengers in a particular plane in Ibom Air and then the ACs were not working? Were they sardines? Do you know that these are human beings? You collected complete amount of money meant for the traveling, and now you could not give them the perfect service needed. How can you pack all those persons inside the plane without having your AC working? Is that done? Please, we call on the federal government and then the state governments where we have airports in our country, Nigeria, to look into those airports, to know if they are functional at all, and then to listen to the passengers who are boarding all those airplanes, in order that if there is any complaint from the passengers, the federal government and then the state governments where all those airports are operating can still come to the aid of those passengers. Do you know, all of a sudden, the pilot to that Ibom Air asked the passengers to come down. When they came down, they were thinking that they will be transloaded into another plane without knowing that the pilot now decided to call on the security men in that terminal and told them that there are some passengers that will not be eligible to enter that plane. Okwuluora was one of the passengers pointed at by the pilot of that particular plane that he will no more enter that plane again. Now, Okwuluora was like trying to use his phone to snap what was happening in the terminal, but security men stopped him. Now, he was demanding for the 2 bags that he went into the plane with. They paid deaf ears to giving him those 2 bags, where he is saying that both his house keys and then the documents that are required for the interview were contained. Now the pilot took those 2 bags to Lagos without Okwuluora as a passenger inside the plane. Can you imagine all this? Someone who has an interview this morning, and now yesterday he was trying to come against today. Why is it that people have been making this complaint that sometimes they may have a meeting somewhere in another state and now trying to go to a particular airport to board plane to meet up with that meeting? The meeting may be hosted to be at 2 o'clock, and now you see an airport that will reschedule the time for their flight to be after the time for the meeting. Can you imagine all this? These are damages to the customers that are trying to patronize you. Do you even value your customer? You should value your customer. You should value them. If they are not trying to come there, I believe there will be nothing like Ibom Air again. If Okwuluora, who has made this broadcast now, should not tell people that he has forgiven Ibom Air, it will be difficult for people to board with this particular airport, Ibom Air. But I believe they are not understanding what they did. They are not trying to understand the gravity of what they committed by trying to make Okwuluora to lose this contract of 50 million naira. 50 million naira is never a change. It is never a change. Please, you people should do something, because you have caused some damages to Okwuluora and Igbo.